So the reality for a lot of us is that we let people say whatever they want to us or do whatever they want or walk over us, not because we don't want to be loved, not because we don't want to make ourselves available, not because we don't want to actually be happy, but because we think that if we allow them to do what they want, that is going to do the opposite. That's going to make them feel like they can value us or keep us or love us. And unfortunately, it never works. The reason people say whatever they want to you or treat you however they want is because you allow that to continue. It's because your boundaries haven't been so firm that they know that they can say or do whatever and you're not going to go anywhere. And until you're firm in you, until you learn to have boundaries, to stand on business, to be real about you, people are going to continue to be fake about you. They're going to play with you. They're going to continue to say and do whatever because you haven't been firm on what you desire and expect. Every relationship is like that. No matter the kind of relationship, whether it's romantic, platonic, family, whatever it is, every single relationship, people will see how far they can push, and how far you allow it is how far we'll continue. So at some point, we can talk about all this, or we can talk about how to actually make this happen, how to be concrete. But at the end of it, at the core, you have to choose it. It has to be a decision that you make to say, I'm no longer going to allow people to make me their stepping stool or their walking mat or whatever it is. I'm no longer going to allow them to continue to do that. So the choice is ultimately yours. Is it okay for them to keep doing what they're doing, or have you had enough? And the way we get people to listen to us is actually, well, the opposite of saying things. Our first point there is actually to speak less and say more. And that sounds redundant, but it's about the things that you're saying having value and worth, opposed to just saying things to just say it. So if I'm talking to you, if I'm having conversations with people, if I'm in something, we can say a lot of things and mean nothing, or we can say little bit of things. We can say less things that have more impact, and be firm on what I'm saying and sticking to it. Because unfortunately, it's easy to walk over you when you're easy to wish-wash. You're easy to change your mind without being firm on your decisions. If you ever feel like people only half listen to you or what you're saying, it's because of that, right? Because they know that at some point they can convince you to do something else, or to change your mind, to be different. And if you continue to allow people to do that, what's going to happen is that they're just going to stop valuing or respecting what you offer now, because they know that they are going to have the final say, that they're going to have the final word, that they're going to actually make you stop believing or trusting or agreeing with what you have, because they know, they've, again, from experience, that they're able to manipulate or control that in you. One big tool, right, that we use in this, and this is our second point, is mastering the pause. When you stop talking, right, in the middle of an argument or a conversation or whatever it is, if you just stop talking and let that person fester in what they just said, it gives you authority. It changes the dynamic between that, because now you're not arguing with people. And this is a hard one to do, right? I know we're emotional beings, and sometimes it's easy for us to just fall into our emotion and want to argue and want to fight. But if you stop, if you literally just stop and just let them think about what they just said or what they're doing, or even not responding to them, because again, what they want from you is a reaction. They want you to respond. They want you to be mad. They want you to be angry. They want you to say something. But the moment that you stop and let space happen, they lose that power. They lose that authority, because now you're not giving them what they're desiring. Again, most people, what they want from you is a reaction, no matter what. They want to make you angry on purpose. They just want a reaction from you. So you not reacting to it is taking the authority away from what they're saying. It's taking the power away from them, right? And it's allowing you to have a firm boundary of not having to fight with a person, not having to argue, not having to go back and forth. Because the reality is that, right, people are going to consistently do things that are going to trigger you or hit your buttons. But if they don't have access to your buttons, if they can't poke those buttons, then they don't have control to your emotions. And there's a lot of power in that. When people have control over how you feel, they'll have control over your life. That's the ultimate reality of this, that we gotta stop giving people authority in our lives that don't deserve authority. Our third point here is confidence. And this is a hard one, right? But when we are confident in what we say or we do, again, these boundaries are firm, because I'm not consistent or not contingent or not dependent on you. I'm not sitting here and waiting for you to do things or for how you're going to respond. I'm not going to sit here and follow that person, but rather I'm firm in what I want and what I need and what I desire, and everything else is a byproduct of that. I'm confident in me because I care about me. I'm confident in me because I know who I am and what I'm worth and what I bring to the table. But if you consistently let people say and do whatever they want, and you again, aren't confident, you're easy to manipulate, it's going to be easy to consistently put you in this position. They're going to consistently take you to that point of anger, because they know that I can just get you angry and I can control how you're feeling, how you're acting, control all these things. Unfortunately, we give people authority so much so that we lose our confidence in us. We've made them the center point of what we do, that they, again, walk all over you. You need to know what you're worth. You need to know who you are. You need to know that it's not okay for people to consistently drag you and make you feel angry or make you upset or put you in positions that you don't need to be in. And our last one is important, is listen with intention. Because unfortunately, we are a byproduct of this too, right? The reason that for a lot of people that they continue to walk over us is because we don't actually know what they're saying, so we can never counter it. We can never speak into it. We can never solve the problem. We just listen to respond or listen to argue, but we don't ever listen with intention. We never actually listen for what it is that we can bring a solution to. If you continue to let people say whatever they want and don't understand what they're saying and why they think it's okay, then you can't address it. You'll never be able to change it. But if you're able to be aware of what they're saying and the reasons they're saying it, then it's okay for you to either choose to stay there or to move. But at least you know the intention. Unfortunately, people will continue to walk over us because we aren't clear on what we want. They don't listen because we're not firm, we're not confident, and they're not firm and not confident because we don't keep those boundaries. We're not staying in the things that we've declared and said that we needed. So people will continue to push over you. And at some point, you have to decide, is this the life I want? Do I want to consistently be the punching bag, the butt of the joke, the reason that people just say whatever they want, do whatever they want? Or do I want to be firm in me? Do I want to be confident in me? Do I want to grow in this? There's that whole fake it till you make it thing. That's real, right? If you consistently are doing this, even against your anxiousness or your nervousness, and you're going against that and you're being firm in this, eventually it's going to be easy. It's just going to naturally flow. So the choice is yours. Do you keep letting people walk over you? Or do you make these boundaries so firm that the people that don't deserve to be in your life leave? It's always going to be up to you.